lineups here tonight brought to you by Flying Feed for the Skeeters facing Jay Goss, who makes his second start, his first at home. It'll be Josh Prince at shortstop leading things off. Kevin Ahrens, the third baseman, bats second. Anthony Jansanti at second base will hit third. Cleanup man Cole Gillespie in center field. Brian Pounds at first base bats fifth. Hector Oliveira, the designated hitter, will hit sixth. Wilfredo Rodriguez does the catching, batting seventh. Joe Benson in right field hits eighth, and Derek Miller is in left, batting ninth. Again, Prince, Ahrens, Jansanti, Gillespie, Pounds, Oliveira, Rodriguez, Benson, and Miller for the Skeeters. For the Revs tonight, it'll be a night off for Travis Witherspoon, so Alonzo Harris leads off and plays center. Alexi Casilla at second base, bats second. Hitting third and catching is Isaias Tejeda. Michael Burgess at first base in the cleanup position. Dyrone Verona hits fifth. He's in left field. Jared Mitchell, the right fielder, is batting sixth. Carlos Trienfel is who they tab to DH tonight. He's a guy that you want that bat in the lineup the way he's swinging right now. He'll bat seventh. Indeed, the new addition, I can't believe, went through the opening and forgot to talk about the news of the day. I guess it's because we knew he was coming, but we need to share that news. Chase Simpson, the third baseman, bats eighth in his debut, and Ryan Dent at shortstop will hit ninth. Again, Harris, Casilla, Tejeda, Burgess, Verona, Mitchell, Trienfel, Simpson, and Dent for the Revs. And Jay Goss ready to go. A sunny evening and muggy here at Peoples Bank Park after severe storms that came through this afternoon. It was really dark here around 3:15. Here's our Dasher Investment Services first pitch. It's outside. We are underway tonight. 87 degrees, the official game temp. The humidity, 78%. 1-0. And it's a called strike on the outside corner. First pitch time was at 6:33 on the stadium board. Prince hitting at 249, 4 home runs, 26 ribbies. And Goss missing down low. It'll skip to the backstop. Prince shortened to show a bunt, and then quickly yanked it back as it bounced away. 2-1. He is second in the league in walks, Prince is. Pitch is a check swing and a peel down to first, and Buzz Albert said he went on it. 2-2. Fastball up and away, but Prince couldn't hold back. Bill Reuter, our plate ump. Dave Snyder at third base tonight. And Goss through the sunlight has his sign, delivers, and a called third strike. Fastball away at 92, and Prince not happy as he had a couple of words barked in the plate ump's direction and stomps away. Goss getting the outer edge there for the first out.
And that location is where he's been most effective in his early going here in York. A little bit of a cross-body delivery, not a sidearm, but drops the elbow a little bit and comes across.
Here's Kevin Ahrens now, who takes high and tight. That fastball at 93. Here's the 1-0. And a breaking ball missed inside. Ahrens hitting 281 with 6 home runs. Half of those have come with Sugar Land after Lancaster dealt him there. The wind and the 2-0. And he grounds it to third, right to Simpson, his first chance. A throw in the dirt, and Burgess helps him out. Simpson dumped it in the dirt, but Burgess, a great pick on a bit of an in-between hop, and he tried to drop step backward to give himself a little more room, almost backed right into Ahrens. But the two avoid a big collision, and that's the second out.
Well, great footwork over there by Burgess on what you said was a very in-between hop, difficult play. And for Simpson, his first chance, and I think he was a little flat-footed playing that backhand. You know, it took his momentum a little bit away.
Here's Jansanti, who takes the strike. Well, the one thing with Simpson's first play that Revs didn't take infield were BP yesterday. It was a late arrival. it was washed out today. Here's the 0-1. And a ground ball off the end of the bat, crawling toward the middle, sliding attempt Dent, but it'll sneak underneath him. And that crawls into shallow center, a 2-out hit for Jansanti, who didn't get much of it, but found the middle of the field, a 2-out knock. Back to Simpson, Matt. He has played third base and first base throughout his career, 4 years in the Pirates system. He was at AA Altoona this year. I'm sure the Revs will get a look at him at both corner spots as we go. Here's Gillespie. Burgess holds Jansanti. First pitch fastball. It's a called strike. Jansanti over there, 12 steals and 15 tries. Gillespie in his debut last night, 1 for 4. The Revs did strike him out twice. Matter of fact, Victor Mateo did it both times. Here's the 0-1, and he lines it the other way. Base hit to right. Jansanti stopped to let it sail by in front of his shins. And into right field, back-to-back 2-out knocks. In Goss's first start Monday in Bridgeport, he took a no-hitter into the 5th and then gave up a bloop hit, followed by an RBI single, but faced only 1 over the minimum in 5 innings, and that one was the one that scored. Nobody else over the minimum against him. 5 innings, 1 run, 2 hits, walked 1, struck out 5 in that first start. And here's Pounds, the K-man tonight. He swings and misses. First pitch cutter. 2 on with 2 out. Pounds hitting at 190, 171 with Sugarland, but here of late has picked it up a little bit, around 250 the last week. And his first home run since May 3rd, last night. The 0-1, runners go, and missed outside, and Tejeda can't get a throw off, reaching for the pitch, or at least the lead runner went. And it deflected off his glove, unable to get a grip or a throw. So Jansanti, the lead runner, steals third. And they're at the corners for Pounds with a 1-1 count. Skeeters, by the way, in their royal blue uniform tops tonight. Revs in all white here at home. And Goss stares in. The big righty set. And the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball. And he's ahead of him. Goss, who's from Charlotte, North Carolina. That's where his folks live. He now lives in Ocean Isle Beach, North Carolina, which is right near the South Carolina border, right near Myrtle Beach. He knows how to pick a spot. He's ready. The 1-2. And a missed outside fastball. 2-2. Looking for a scoreless top of the first. Revs starters, the last 5 games, 4 of those 5 have held opponents to 3 runs or fewer, and it started with Jay. 2-2, runner goes, and a swing and a miss. A slider away, got him. And Maz sticks right away tonight, and a scoreless top of the first for Jay Goss. 2 strikeouts in the inning. Allowed a pair of 2-out singles, but leaves both. And we've played a half inning. It's the Skeeters nothing, and the Revs coming up.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Enter Rutter's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes today. Look for the entry star, purchase participating products, scan your Rutter's rewards card, or enter VIP information at checkout and automatically be entered to win your choice of a 2017 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport, Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad Cab, or Dodge Challenger RT from Stettler. Drive better, drive Stettler. Free gas for a year and one of thousands of prizes, including Red Bull, Pepsi, and Pennsylvania Lottery scratch-off tickets. Must be a Rutter's VIP to enter. Rutter's, why go anywhere anywhere else.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where was the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Revs come to bat against Mitch Talbot in the bottom of the first inning. Scoreless top half for Jay Goss. And Talbot in 7 outings, 5 starts, 2-0 with an ERA of 6.84. 25 innings, 33 hits, 10 walks, 24 strikeouts. Opponents hitting 308. And they've been trying to get him built up. But a guy with major league experience but came in needing to get stretched out and built up. It's been a little bit of a process for him, and he will face Alonzo Harris leading off tonight, not Travis Witherspoon, who has a rare night off. And Alonzo red hot. Here's Talbot's first pitch, and it's over for a strike. Zoe hitting at .330, third in the league. Last night hit his 7th home run, all in the last 16 games. Here's the wind and the pitch. And it missed down and in, made him move his feet. He's now up to 4th in the league in slugging at .523. Has 6 homers his last 11 games, 13 driven in that stretch, 12 extra base hits in those 11. And he swings here, comes up empty. A ball and 2 strikes. He was looking at that arch nemesis when he finished that swing. His last 10 games, he's hitting .444. Pitch is a check swing, and he went. A changeup down, and started and couldn't stop. Bill Reuter, the plate ump, rings him up. 1 down here in the bottom of the first. And Alexi Casilla up next. Casilla tonight playing in back-to-back games for the first time since June 3rd and 4th. And hitting second. That's the highest that he has batted in the order. 14th game played, hitting .341 overall. First pitch is swung on, ripped up the middle, a base hit. He jumps on the first one and laces a single to center. And he's now hit safely in 6 straight games going back to the beginning of June, and 7 straight full games that he's played. He had to come out of one of those early.
Number 16, Isaiah Tejeda.
Tejeda up next. Revs faced Talbot in his Skeeters debut May 20th in Texas. 2 innings, 3 runs. They had 4 hits off him that day. Last year he pitched in Korea. He had previously been in the league with Long Island. 43 big league appearances as well, with Tampa Bay and Cleveland over 3 years. Here's Tejeda, the stretch from Talbot. First pitch is a little bit low. Tejeda hitting at .295. Hit his 9th home run last night. And over his last 11 games, hitting .378. 10 extra base hits. Stretch pitch, and he swings, fouls it over the roof, off to the right. Tejeda now 5th in the league in total hits, 4th in extra base hits. And the Revs as a team, most of these guys have been hot to one degree or another. The entire order has been for the most part. Throw to first and Casilla back standing. The last 12 games as a team hitting .336 with 6.3 runs per game. Last night, the 7th time in those 12 that they've scored 6 or more. Now ready, here's the 1-1, and it misses down and in. And Tejeda kicks that back foot out of the way. Talbot, 33 years old, former second-round pick of the Astros all the way back in '02.
And quickly, to your point a moment ago, it's not just the average, but the power numbers have really jumped. 12 home runs in their last homestand, 3 last night.
14 in the last 9. Here's a swing and a miss, fastball inside corner, and it's 2-2. That one at 90 from Talbot, the highest that we've seen here early on. No score here in the bottom of the first tonight. Talbot in the big leagues was 12-19 with a 5.29 ERA. He's ready, Casilla the lead. And the 2-2, a swing and a miss, and it got through, and Casilla will move up. Sharp slider, and Casilla takes a big turn. Rodriguez was trying to ask for time, and Bill Reuter didn't see him. Now they will call time. A strikeout and a wild pitch, 2 down in the inning, and a sharp slider that really snapped into the dirt, went right through the wickets of the catcher, and Casilla does advance. So a runner in scoring position for Burgess. Here with 2 outs in the first. Burgess at .270 with 10 home runs, 33 knocked in. Revs trying to strike first tonight. Here's the stretch. First offering. It's off the plate away. Jay Goss stranded runners at first and third in his half. Talbot, who's from Cedar City, Utah, drafted out of high school in Utah by the Astros. Here's the 1-0, and it's a changeup a little low. Appeal out to shortstop area, and Dave Snyder says no swing. On the flinch from Burgess, 2 balls, no strikes. Burgess will look to zero in on something. Pitch to him. It's on the outside corner and a strike. Talbot stays away from him. 2-1. Talbot, the youngest of 6, graduated from Canyon View High School in Utah. He's all state in his home state, and he actually didn't sign right away with the Astros. Didn't start his pro career until the next year. Here's the 2-1, and that missed down low, a fastball again. In Korea last year, 10-11 in 30 starts, ERA of 4.72. Long look in at Rodriguez, and now Burgess will ask for time and back out. Talbot came up to the majors with Tampa Bay in '08 for 3 appearances. They would go on to the World Series that year. Then 2 years later, he was in Cleveland's rotation the whole year. He deals, and a backdoor slider doesn't get the call. So he didn't want to come into Burgess's wheelhouse. He ends up walking him. And the Revs with 2 on for Dyrone Verona.
Next up, the
2 on with 2 out.
Number 13, Dyrone Verona.
And Verona, another big night last night. 3 for 3, 3-run homer, on base 4 times. And at home, in 6 games, a homer, 4 doubles, 10 ribbies, and he's hitting .500. Is the stretch and the first offering. Breaking ball, it hooks outside. Overall, he's at .389 with a homer and 10 ribbies in 9 total games. Talbot, who with the Indians in 2010 was a 10-game winner, but he lost 13, 10 and 13 with a 441. But respectable stuff. Pitch is outside, a fastball, 2-0, and he's lost the strike zone a little bit here. The following year with the Indians, he struggled in 12 starts, and that was the end of his big league time. Now leans in looking, has his signal from Rodriguez. Verona sitting 2-0, and he swings, got under it, way up in the air, toward the line in left. Derek Miller, a long run over, and now comes back and drops the ball! And both runs are going to score on it. The Revs catch a break and have a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. Miller overran it. He had 1 foot in foul territory, and it ended up landing probably a good 10 to 15 feet back in fair territory. He went down trying to lay out and save the mistake, but he's charged with an error, and it leads to the first 2 runs of the game. And Verona up to second base on it. A towering fly ball, and Miller went too far and misread it. Now the Revs with a break there. Casillas scoring, Burgess all the way from first to score, and here's Mitchell, and he lays off a ball away.
And credit Burgess for that hustle all the way around from first. On a fly ball like that, easy to give up on the play and start jogging, but he was sprinting all the way around and able to get the send sign from Polo.
The way Miller went after it, you figured if it's not caught, it's out of play. He was convinced it was well foul. 1-0, and that missed inside. Mitchell hitting at 256, and Bill Reuter hearing it from Sugarland's dugout a bit. Somebody said, "Let's go." That did look like it was inside. Mitchell, his last 37 games now, hitting .327. He had a double in last night's game. Pitch, and it's over for a strike. The shortstop Prince had come in behind Verona there, and I think they were trying to get Talbot's attention to turn, but he was focused on the hitter. 2 balls, 1 strike on Mitchell with 2 unearned runs home in the inning. Talbot will turn and look Verona back. Mentioned Talbot, a second-round pick of the Astros. He had landed with Tampa Bay by way of a trade a couple of weeks before the 06 deadline. He was a minor leaguer, traded with Ben Zobrist to Tampa Bay for Aubrey Huff. Pitch, and it missed low, fastball, 3-1. And then after the 09 season, he was traded from Tampa Bay to Cleveland. That's how he ended up there, completing an earlier deal made that offseason. He was the player to be named later, sent to the Indians for Kelly Shopik, who went to Tampa Bay. Talbot deals, and a swing and a foul tip, ricocheted off Bill Reuter's shin guard and onto the backstop, 3-2. Mitchell reaches. Carlos Triunfal, who's been hot, is on deck. Two 2-0 York here in the bottom of the first tonight. Talbot ready. Verona dances away. 3-2. And a swing and a fly ball. Oh, Miller slipped in left. This one falling, and it's down. And Verona around third will score. And it's 3-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. And Miller has had 2 of the worst plays in a row that you'd ever see from an outfielder. Probably determined to make up for the mistake, and His first step too quick and his feet completely gave out, and down he went and could not recover.
Well, the first play certainly his fault. That one just bad luck. A lot of rain earlier and certainly a slick outfield. Like you said, just went to take that first step towards the ball and went flat to his stomach.
That's going to have to be a hit for Mitchell. His feet gave out, never did get there to make a play on it. So Jared, the bloop RBI hit and a 3-0 lead. And here's Trienfeld, who DHs tonight. And Talbot steps off. He's having some issues, I believe, with the signs of Rodriguez and maybe where he's setting up. Couldn't tell if he was motioning about where he wants him to set up or if it was about the way they're giving signs. First pitch is a fastball strike. Can't tell from here if they're doing the tap signs or the numbers, but Trienfeld hitting at .246. His last 8 games, .367. Mitchell gets some from first. The 0-1. And a bouncer to third base. Backing up is Ahrens. He bobbles it. Throw to first. He throws it away. And Trienfeld had beaten it anyway. It bounces off the concrete wall back to Pounds. And Mitchell goes to third. They throw, allowing him to take an extra base. And it's first and third for Chase Simpson. Looks like they're going to go infield hit for Trienfeld on the hop near the line with Ahrens backing up and bobbling it, and then the throwing error giving Mitchell the extra base. Trienfeld would have beaten the throw had it been on target, and it was not, with Ahrens rushing it after the initial juggle. Pitching coach Rafi Montalvo out for a visit at the mound. Talbot betrayed severely by his defense here this inning. 2 errors and a couple of other miscues. So Chase Simpson, the switch hitter, he will bat from the left side of the plate in his first at bat. Making his Revs debut here tonight. 4 years in the Pirates system, a 14th round pick in 2014 out of Wichita State. Does have some pop. Here's the first pitch, and he grounds it right side. Jansanti lays out, picks it to his feet, and makes the play. There's Simpson up there attacking the first pitch, and Jansanti lays out, makes the play, and a fine defensive play to end the inning after some pretty shoddy defense from the Skeeters earlier in the inning. 3 unearned runs on 2 hits, 2 errors, 2 left. And we go to the second, the Revs with a 3-0 lead.
You line your feet up on the edge of the starting block, shake out your arms, and then you push off the block in one fluid motion, fully extending your body and cutting into the water with nothing on your mind but the mechanics. You're a swimmer, and whether it's practice time in the pool or crunch time at a meet, Flying Feet is with you every stroke of the way.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes is a swimmer's paradise. Get suits by Dolphin, Speedo, Nike, Arena, and Tier. Pick up practice gear, team gear, and training equipment like fins, snorkels, and kickboards. The Flying Feet team has high-tech competitive suits, customizable caps, goggles, even goggle repair items. Shower down with swimmer's shampoo and body wash, plus suit wash to limit the wear and tear of chlorine. Time to dive into the pool? Then it's time for Flying Feet. We're more than sports shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83 next to Battery Warehouse.
Golfers, don't miss this year's Brooks Robinson Golf Classic, the York Revolution's annual fundraiser presented by Shipley Energy. The 2017 Classic tees off on Monday, July 24th at Outdoor Country Club and benefits York City Little League and the YMCA of York County Strong Kids campaign. Join the York Revolution players and coaches on a beautiful course. Sink a hole-in-one and you could even win a brand new car from Lehman Volvo. The deadline to register is Monday, July 10th. That's the Brooks Robinson Golf Classic, Monday, July 24th. Get details at YorkRevolution.com.
For local sports on your smartphone, search WOIK at the App Store.
Start of the second inning, the Revs with a 3-0 lead. Jay Goss's first pitch, I believe, was outside on Hector Oliveira. Next one is down and away. And a 2-0 count. 3-0 lead, though, on all unearned runs in that first inning. 2-0 pitch. Swings and chops it up the middle and past the reach of Casilla, going way to his right from second, right over the second base bag. And Oliveira, who had a 9-game hitting streak snapped last night, bounces a single up the middle here. Revs in that first inning, the final tally, 3 runs on 2 hits, 3 errors, and it is going to be a double error on that ground ball that Trienfeld hit to third, one on the bobble and one on the throw. Yeah, that's not a great first inning defensively. First pitch here on Wilfredo Rodriguez is taken high for ball 1. Rodriguez at 321. His last 22 games, 359. He's been hot. 1-0. And a breaking ball. Bends across for a strike. 1-1 on Rodriguez, who had a big postseason for Sugarland last year. Goss the pitch. And a foul tip to the backstop. A ball and 2 strikes. Goss, a pair of 2-out singles allowed in the first inning, but stranded both. He's ready and delivers, and a swing and a fly ball, shallow and right. Mitchell hustling toward the line, across the line, went into a slide, and it lands foul down near the concrete wall, tucked into the Revs bullpen in the corner. Now we'll pause here just after 7 for station identification. This is Revolution Radio.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350. WOIK, York, Pennsylvania.
A 1-2 on Rodriguez. Pitch is outside, a fastball missing. Goss looking for his first out of the inning. Those 5 innings at Bridgeport on Monday, 59 pitches. He was quite efficient. The 2-2. Almost hit him. A changeup allowed Rodriguez the time to back up. He goes from ahead of him now to 3-2. When we were in Bridgeport, Jay was telling me that his grandfather had actually done some work in that area in Connecticut at one point. He fires, and a slider, strike 3 called. He started it at him and locked him up. And Goss with his 3rd strikeout here in his first 4 outs of the night. Threw it on 3-2 and had him frozen.
And he's really used all 4 pitches here early on and effectively. We saw the changeup a little bit earlier in that at bat. Got a couple big swing and misses from Pounds on the curveball and then getting Rodriguez on the backup slider.
Now Joe Benson at bat. First pitch fastball is high and tight. Benson hitting at 217 with a home run, 11 driven in. Revs with a 3-0 lead here in the second inning. Pitch is a breaking ball and a sharp one. Called strike as that one buckled across at the knees. I mean, Goss is almost like a rookie. Here's the 1-1. And a check swing, dribbled foul behind the plate. Basically restarting his career. He had the dead arm shortly after signing and had left baseball for a bit. But he doesn't pitch like a rookie. He's got a plan. He's so composed. He's got a great approach to it, great attitude. He fires, breaking ball, strike 3 called. Yes, sir, back-to-back strikeouts. And he breaks off another nasty hook that has Benson frozen this time. 4 strikeouts for Goss here in the first 2 innings. We'll bring up Derek Miller, who had a really rough first in left field. First pitch is down and away. Miller at the plate hitting .228, 4 home runs, 22 driven in. One of those 4 home runs was huge. It tied a game against York in Texas in the 9th inning back in May, and they would win it in extras. Pitch is inside. He tried to get hit, leaning in toward a slider with his knee, but it missed him. 2-0. Now Goss on this muggy evening will go to the rosin bag for a moment, wipes it off his jersey. Now back on the rubber. He's set. Here's the 2-0. And a line drive down the line in left, but Miller pulls it foul. That one sailed over the railing and out toward Arch Street, I believe. Goss, who's from North Carolina, spent some of his college days in Alabama, so he's accustomed to weather like this. The 2-1, and Miller tries to bunt his way on. In front of the plate, Tejeda's got it. Bare hand throw to first, and Burgess switches feet. Great footwork again as he handles a tricky throw to end the inning. Miller popped it up a little bit, and Tejeda grabbed it on a hop in front of the plate, barehanded. The throw sailed, but a great adjustment from Burgess.
Great adjustment by Burgess and a really good play by Tejeda too. He picked it up on the first hop. If he lets that hit again, it's going to take a spin and shoot right back towards home plate, but he got it on the first hop, allowing him to field it cleanly and get off a good throw.
Now the leadoff single stranded. We go to the bottom of the second. It's 3-0 York.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Sports Radio 1350 is your home for local and national sports. The Big Sports Talker also has you covered with news throughout the day. Catch statewide updates on news and sports from Radio PA. Stock reports with Your Money Now, mornings and afternoons. And national news updates every hour from Westwood One. Stay up to date while getting your sports fix all day. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the second, Revs with a 3-0 lead, and Talbot's first pitch is high and wide on Ryan Dent, who leads off. 8 men came to the plate in the first, 3 unearned runs. Pitch to Dent is off the plate outside. Rodriguez held it there trying to get the call. 2-0 on Dent, who comes in at .240. 2 home runs, 24 knocked in. The pitch, and he swings, bounces it softly to third. Aaron's bare hands it, throws, and it's in time. Didn't get a lot on the throw, but coming in, he saved some time by barehanding it and did it cleanly. 1 out.
Next up for the Revolution, your center fielder, number 2.
Here to the top of the order, and Alonzo Harris is in center tonight with Witherspoon getting the night off. Playing center for the 5th time this season. He's led off 17 times previously. At one point, he was the top of the order hitter on a nightly basis. He takes a breaking ball strike. And Witherspoon had been in the middle for a while when he was getting hot, but then they paired them together at the top, and that's worked well also. There's the 0-1. Breaking ball, strike 2 called. And Harris struck out on a check swing. Talbot had him off balance on the off speed in the first inning. But up there again already. 0-2. And he lays off a slider in the dirt, lunged toward it, but did not offer. Talbot made 9 appearances with Long Island back in 2014. 7 of those were starts. Pitch is down low, a changeup, 2-2. And in the league, he went 3-2 with a 4.14 ERA. Perhaps that performance with the Ducks helped lead to his time in Korea. Now winds and the pitch. Swing and a fly ball, shallow right, Benson in, and he dives forward and can't handle it. And Harris sprinting to second, he'll dive in ahead of the throw. That skips loose as well, but he beat it anyway. It'll be a hustle double. Alonzo bloops it in, and Benson, a tremendous effort. He's lucky that that wrist didn't get caught underneath his body as he dove forward. And the ball crept loose, and Zoe never slowed down.
It's really amazing how fast he goes when he gets up to full speed. I mean, that's a play that most players are not even thinking to, but he got there and had the confidence to take off. He knew the second he went, he was going to make it.
Now Alexi Casilla with Harris in scoring position, and he swings first pitch, a breaking ball, chops it toward the first base line. Talbot is there, and a short throw to first. Harris moves to third base with 2 outs. As Talbot got Casilla to top that breaking ball right off the dirt by the plate. A runner at third with 2 outs for Tejeda, who was a strikeout victim in the first. Talbot had gotten him on a slider that snapped low and went straight between the legs of the catchers, so Casilla moved up on a wild pitch on the play, and you can add that to the defensive miscues in the inning. Talbot will go from the windup with Harris at third, and drawing some attention from him. He was walking to a big lead. Time now asked for by Tejeda. The Revs have 1 straight steal of home in their history. Pitch to Tejeda. Swing and a line shot, base hit left field. Harrison to score, and it's a 4-0 lead. Tejeda jammed on it, but muscles it through between third and short. An RBI single. And the Revs have their first earned run of the night. 4-0 the lead here in the second inning.
And once again, that's all credit to the speed of Harris. If he stays at first base on that diving attempt by Benson and right, he does not come home to score on that play on the hit by Tejeda.
Now Michael Burgess at bat. First offering. It's in for a strike. Breaking ball inner half. Yeah, the 1 straight steal of home. Harris's annex down at third made us think of the idea, but Mikey Reynolds did it in a game at Long Island 2 years ago. There's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Good curveball from Talbot that tumbled straight down. Ahead of Burgess 0-2, but the Revs with another run home. 3 in the first, 1 here in the second. Burgess walked and scored last inning. Here's the stretch, Talbot to the plate, and a ground ball rolled over to second, had him reaching for it. Jansanti scoops up the slow roller, throws to first to end the inning. But the Revs add a run to the lead on 2 more hits, and 1 left. We go to the third, it's York 4, Sugarland nothing.
Take it from me, guys. You want to make life happier? Your wife wants a nicer lawn. The kind of lawn you see on Home and Gardens and Martha Stewart. Here's a hint. You're not alone. Call your pals at Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. They've got a way with lush lawns that the ladies like. And as you know, happy wifey, happy hubby. Winky face. Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. World-class care right in your backyard. 717-292-9994.
From Manny Brothers, almost famous, always a favorite. From Manny Brothers, almost famous sandwiches served on Italian bread. Your choice of meat piled high with cheese, fresh cut fries, coleslaw, and tomato. Every day is happy hour with half price on draft, bottles, and liquors. Tuesday and Thursdays, it's Primanti Pizza Feast wings and salad for under $20. We'll keep the wings flying with 59-cent wings all day Sunday and boneless wings all day Monday. Primanti Brothers, 2151 South Queen Street. Almost famous, always a favorite.
Can you sit up, little guy? There you go. What a big boy. Whoa. Every time he grabs my maple donut, it pulls him over to one side. But he keeps on grabbing at it. Whoop, there he goes again. Wait, let's see how this works. Here you go, little dude. Here's another maple donut. Can you grab it? Well, there you have it, folks. Charlie's right. A balanced baby needs a maple donut in each hand.
Maple donuts taste right.
York Sports on your mobile device or online at WOYK1350.com.
Revs with a 4-0 lead. Sugarland with the top of the order. Coming up here as we begin the third, Josh Prince, and Goss misses inside on the first offering. Prince, who struck out to begin the game. A 4-0 lead for Goss to work with. He deals, and a fastball poured across for a strike, and Prince turns and has something to say to Bill Reuter. And the Skeeters dugout, multiples in there having thoughts on it as well. Pitch is a breaking ball, strike 2 called. And Goss ahead quickly. And Jay didn't have quite this early run support as last time. He deals. And a swing and a fly ball, right center. Mitchell with the shades on, hustles over. He's there. He squeezes it. And 1 down here in the top of the third. The game at Bridgeport on Monday, the Revs lost 3-2. Goss exited with a 2-1 lead. They scored 1 in the first, 1 in the fifth. Had some other opportunities though. Here's Kevin Ahrens, who grounded out to third base his first time up. And Jay, the pitch, fastball in there for a called strike. That one at 89. He's been up as high as 92 tonight. Here's the 0-1. And a fastball misses upstairs. No runs, 3 hits, 3 errors for Sugarland. 4 runs, 4 hits, no errors for York. Pitch is swung on and looped foul back. Had him on his front foot on that hook, 1-2. I thought on Monday at Bridgeport his changeup was his best pitch. Tonight his breaking stuff's been awfully impressive. Down to his windup, the 1-2. And a swing and a miss. The fastball's been impressive as well. 93, he rears back and blows it right by him. And he's got his 5th strikeout here in the first 3 innings tonight.
Well, when we talked to him about a week ago, he was a guest on our pregame show, and he was telling me that it was actually his changeup that was his best pitch, even when he was throwing 98 in college. It was his changeup that he felt like he was pitching off of more than his fastball.
Here's Jansanti, who nubs one. It's going to spin fair, and Goss got to it, sliding, and he got the tag on him with the bare hand. Are you kidding me? Jay Goss, an incredible play to end the inning, and he shakes Jansanti's hand to make sure that he's okay. It spun back fair, a little cue ball, and Goss, who in one motion went down, grabbed it with the bare hand and tagged him. It was an awkward landing, but a tremendous play to end the inning. 1, 2, 3, and we go to the bottom of the third. Revs right back to the plate offensively, leading it 4-0.
Having the gang over to watch the game? Keep them happy with great BestJet products from your neighborhood SureSave markets. Football fans, hockey fans, basketball fans, everyone's a fan of game day party planners with $18.93 deli items. BestJet hot dogs go great with BestJet kettle cooked chips. Or serve up a couple BestJet Rising Crust pizzas with 12 packs of BestJet soda. Throw the best game day party ever with BestJet products. Shop Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York, Wetzel's in Glenrock, and Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Dads, spoil your little princess at the York Revolution's Princess Day, Sunday, July 2nd. Treat Her Royal Highness to princess-themed games and activities, a bounce house castle, and even a princess palace in center field, plus her favorite movie and cartoon princesses. Treat yourself too by bidding on a one-of-a-kind, game-worn, all-American team jersey presented by PSECU to benefit the Children's Miracle Network. It's all happening on Princess Day, Sunday, July 2nd. Get tickets at YorkRevolution.com.
The York County History Center is happy to be the York Revolution partner for this weekend's homestand. Stop and see us on the concourse and learn more about our capital campaign. We're placing history at the center with exciting plans for a brand new museum spotlighting York County history, set to open in downtown York in 2020. Visit our website, yorkhistory.org, to find out how you can get involved. The York County History Center. Your history starts here.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Well, replay might have shown why Jay Goss felt the need to shake Jansanti's hand. I think he inadvertently tagged him where man doesn't tag other man. Might have been painful. Tyrone Verona will lead things off here in the bottom of the third. 4-0 York. First pitch of the inning is over the outer edge for a strike. Verona reached on an error in left field in the first inning. It's the 0-1. And a swing and a miss, and he lost the handle of the bat, sailing straight back to the backstop, and he looks over toward the dugout asking for more of the grip. 0-2. I don't ever remember seeing one sail straight back in the direction of us.
He held on as long as possible.
Now he'll toss the grip over toward Mitchell, who's on deck. More and more nowadays, you see guys use that almost, it kind of looks like a glue stick rather than the pine tar. Pitch here is in the dirt, 1-2. That error that Verona reached on in the first inning, 2 runs scored on it. The Revs would then add a run on Mitchell's blue pit following Verona, and he's on deck. There's the 1-2. Swing, and he taps one softly along the line at third. He's hustling, and there won't be a throw. Talbot came over to pick it up. Ahrens was back at third and had no chance. And it settles halfway down the line at third base, and Verona with an infield hit. Now the Revs with their 5th hit. And Jared Mitchell to the plate. Talbot's got to be wondering what he has to do here at this point. And Mitchell, who blooped one to left, but ended up with an RBI hit in the first when Miller slipped trying to go after it. First pitch here, he bunts, and it's a beauty. Talbot coming in, bare hand pickup, throw, and just got him at first. Pounds reached back with the left foot a second time, but he was on the base initially, and the sacrifice goes 1-3. That was a close play, and Mitchell just a foot more toward the first base line, would have had a bunt hit, but does his job. A runner at second with one out for Carlos Trienfeld. He reached on an error in the first. Or nothing the lead. Verona the lead at second base. And Talbot stretches and delivers. And Trienfeld trying to stop himself. A slider that sailed wide, and he did hold off as they appeal out toward second base where Buzz Albert is. By the way, our Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care home run contest tonight. We need to name our contestant for that. Talbot into his stretch. There's the 1-0. And a breaking ball, a good one that slides back in for a strike. Contestant tonight will be Todd Bender. The Revs hit a home run. Todd wins the prize pack, provided he shows up. Talbot ready. The 1-1. Swinging a bouncing ball toward the middle. It's short. It's Prince charging forward, and on the run, he'll throw to first. Verona moves to third base with 2 outs. And Chase Simpson to the plate. Revs Baseball brought to you by Wolf's Bus Lines, The Pretzel Twist, Neighborhood Sure Save Markets, Turkey Hill Minute Markets, Etline Foods, and D's Nuts. Well, here's Chase, who grounded to second base on the first pitch in his first at bat. Jansanti laid out and made a diving play on him. Runner at third. Talbot will go from the windup. And the first pitch in tight. And it's ball 1. Simpson at Double-A Altoona this year. And in 4 years, he had played at 4 different levels in the Pirates system. There's the wind, the 1-0. And that runs inside. Originally, he's from Dallas. 25-year-old. In 2015, played in the South Atlantic League All-Star Game. Had a career-high 11 home runs that season. 2-0. And it missed upstairs. In his rookie year in the New York Penn League, he was an MILB.com Pirates organizational all-star. Got into some big league spring training games coming up. Pitch is over for a strike, 3-1. Began his college days at Weatherford College as a freshman. Then he went to University of Oklahoma for a year and then transferred to Wichita State. And he'll ask for time. 3-1 on him. 1 year in the Northwoods League, he had 10 home runs for the Mankato Moondogs in Minnesota. The wind and the 3-1 pitch. Fastball, strike, down and away. He started to walk toward first. He's got number 14 on. He's wearing Pound's old jersey, playing his old position. Simpson, who majored in math at Wichita State. He was academic all-state in high school. He was on the AD's honor roll in college. 3-2. And a foul tip off the glove of Rodriguez. It deflects to the backstop. 43 games at Double-A Altoona this season. Pitch, swing and a miss. Changeup got him to end the inning. Tag applied by Rodriguez. No runs on 1 hit and 1 left. Talbot with his 3rd strikeout of the night. And we'll go to the 4th. Matt Present with the play-by-play. It remains a 4-0 Revs lead.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance. Hey Revs fans, now's your chance to win big with the Revs and Shipley Energy. This season, during every home game at Peoples Bank Park, it's the all-new Shipley Energy Grand Slam inning. Each game, 1 inning will be designated, and 1 name will be selected as the contestant. If the Revs hit a Grand Slam that inning, you could win $5,000. To enter, stop by Fan Services and fill out your form, or enter via the York Revolution app or YorkRevolution.com. Sign up today and win big with the Revs and Shipley Energy this season.
What a game. The home runs, great pitching, even that foul ball over our heads.
I know, it was so close I almost caught it. Maybe next time, Gus.
Well, what about catching this?
Pay me. The new scratch-off from the Pennsylvania Lottery, with top prizes of $100,000.
That's more like a grand slam. Keep on scratching.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Hi, I'm Scott Penley from Shadler-Yesco Distribution, proud supporter of the York County Economic Alliance since 1956. You're listening to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Goss's first pitch of the 4th just missed outside to Cole Gillespie. 4-0, the Revs lead it. Gillespie pounds in. Oliveira due up. Goss winds in the 1-0 pitch. It's a slider on the outside edge, and the count even at a ball and a strike. Gillespie just signed yesterday. 1 for 4 in his debut, and the pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Out in front, a breaking ball, and Goss gets ahead. Gillespie in the major leagues with the Marlins as recently as a year ago. .235 average in 41 games with Miami last year. The 1-2 from Goss, a fastball, and he overthrew it. 94 in the dirt. The count now evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gillespie originally drafted by the Brewers in the 3rd round of 2006 out of Oregon State. Goss winds the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Blew him away with a fastball, 92 belt high. And Jay Goss with strikeout number 6 here in the 4th. So Goss already eclipsing his total from last game when he had 5 in his first start against the Bluefish, up to 6 in just 3 1/3 here tonight. And in steps Brian Pounds. First pitch on the way to Pounds. Fastball outside corner, strike 1. Goss has been 91 to 94 with that fastball. Has some good glove side run to it as well. The 0-1 pitch. Front door slider doesn't get the call in the inside corner, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. As Darryl mentioned, Goss really kind of still a rookie, just 9 professional games back in 2014. Pitch on the way is a changeup in under the hands of Pounds, and the count now 2-1. And it was a tumultuous journey, to say the least, for Goss. Originally committed to play for the NC State Wolfpack out of high school. 2-1 the count, and the pitch to Pounds. Fastball just missed, ball 3. But due to an online science class that Goss took in high school, he was ruled ineligible by the NCAA and ended up having to go to Pitt Community College instead. The 3-1 home to Pounds, a fastball called strike outside corner. Will run it full 3-2. Also attended Walter State Community College before finally going to Faulkner after briefly stepping away from the game of baseball. But really came on strong at Faulkner his final year of collegiate play. The payoff pitch to Pounds, swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts to begin the 4th, 7th of the ball game for Jay Goss. Here's Hector Oliveira DHing tonight. Single up the middle his first time. Goss delivers, and there's a fastball in for strike 1. With Faulkner in 2014, Goss, as he delivers, and it's a pop-up. Shallow right field, going out the second baseman. Casilla waits for it and makes the catch. It's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Goss has now retired 9 consecutive. As we head to the bottom of the 4th, 4-0 Revs on top on 1350 WOYK.
Enter Rutter's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes today. Look for the entry star. Purchase participating products. Scan your Rutter's rewards card or enter VIP information at checkout and automatically be entered to win your choice of a 2017 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport, Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad Cab, or Dodge Challenger RT from Stettler. Drive better, drive Stettler. Free gas for a year and one of thousands of prizes, including Red Bull, Pepsi, and Pennsylvania Lottery scratch-off tickets. Must be a Rutter's VIP to enter. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
Need material handling equipment for your company's busy season? Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment offers a full line of rental equipment to keep you operating at maximum efficiency. Forklifts from 3,000 to 15,000 pound capacity, narrow aisle reach trucks and order pickers, electric pallet jacks, scissor lifts, and forklift clamp attachments. Daily, weekly, and monthly terms available. Call today at 888-383-LIFT. That's 888-383-5438. And check us out online at midatlanticindustrial.com.
Dads, spoil your little princess at the York Revolution's Princess Day, Sunday, July 2nd. Treat Her Royal Highness to princess-themed games and activities, a bounce house castle, and even a princess palace in center field, plus her favorite movie and cartoon princesses. Treat yourself too by bidding on a one-of-a-kind game-worn All-American team jersey presented by PSECU to benefit the Children's Miracle Network. It's all happening on Princess Day, Sunday, July 2nd. Get tickets at YorkRevolution.com.
Follow York Sports on your Android. Search Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
4-0 Revs on top, bottom of the 4th. It'll be Ryan Dent and then the top of the order for the Revs, who scored 3 unearned runs in the first inning, then got an earned run in the second. 4 runs, 5 hits for York, no runs, 3 hits, 3 errors for Sugarland. All 3 errors coming in that first frame. Dent 0 for 1, a ground out to third base, his first time up. Mitch Talbot back to work. The righty from the wind in the first pitch to Dent. It's a fastball down and away, ball 1. Talbot 6'2", 175, kicks and deals. And this one misses outside, ball 2. Talbot drafted in the second round, 70th overall by the Houston Astros in 2002. Made his major league debut with the Indians in 2008. And the 2-0 pitch to Dent, a fastball this time catching the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. His debut came September 15th in relief of Scott Kazmir against the Red Sox. The 2-1 pitch on the way, line drive towards shortstop, a skip and over the glove of Prince into left center field. Ryan Dent with a sharply hit ground ball, and then the shortstop Prince unable to come up with it. It'll be a base hit for Ryan Dent and the leadoff man on for the Revs.
Next up for the Revolution, your center fielder, number 2,
That'll turn the lineup over for Alonzo Harris. Harris struck out in the first, reached on a double in the second, a pure hustle play on a ball that Benson and Wright tried to make a diving play on, but had to go in and out of his glove. First pitch to Harris, a fastball called strike. The knees on the outside corner, 0-1. In that debut for Talbot against the Red Sox, he relieved Scott Kazmir. 3 innings in relief. Allowed home runs to Jacoby Ellsbury and Kevin Youkilis, but struck out Jason Bay and Jason Veritek. The 0-1 pitch is a breaking ball down and away. Rodriguez goes into the first base side batter's box to keep it in front. Talbot made his first major league start about a week and a half later, that coming against the Orioles in the second game of a doubleheader. He works from the stretch with Dent on at first. And the 1-1 pitch to Harris, a breaking ball. He swings and he's out in front, rolling it foul up the third base line. We were talking a little while ago about the changeup that Jay Goss features and how that was really the pitch that he used to work off of, despite having some pretty good life to his fastball. Mitch Talbot on the other side of things, a very highly regarded changeup as well. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Harris. The setup inside and the pitch on the way. That one bounces in and it gets away from Rodriguez. Up to second base goes Dent on the wild pitch. And now a runner in scoring position with nobody down. Talbot's changeup was ranked the best in the Houston Astros organization one year, and then 4 straight years it was regarded as the best changeup in the Rays system. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count to Harris. Dent on at second base, nobody down. Talbot checks the pitch on the way. Breaking ball, fly ball to left field. Backing up a few steps, Miller. And shy of the warning track, reaches up to put it away for out number 1. Dent went halfway, so he'll retreat to second base. That'll bring up Alexi Casilla. Casilla 1 for 2. Good to see him back in the field. He's been battling injuries ever since arriving in York. First it was a jammed thumb, then it was a tweaked groin. And the first pitch to him, a breaking ball ran inside, and it's a called strike. A wide strike zone in both directions tonight for Bill Reuter. Drawn some jawing from either dugout, and that time Casilla lifted his arm up and out of the way, but it was on the inside black according to the man who counts. Talbot checks Dent, the pitch on the way. Casilla rolls over it up to first. Picking up is Brian Pounce. He'll take it himself, and Casilla never left the batter's box. Looks like indeed they will call it foul. I did not see maybe just time called. I don't know. I did not see a foul ball signal, and hopefully everything's okay with Casilla. Time was called after the play. It was not a foul ball, and Casilla perhaps again shaken up. Dent up to third base on the play now with 2 down. Casilla in the dugout lifting his legs, trying to stretch it out. Bent over at the waist. We'll keep an eye on him as Isaias Tejeda comes to bat. First pitch on the way, fastball down and in, ball 1. Talbot, a graduate of Canyon View High School in Cedar City, Utah. And the 1-0 pitch on the way, breaking ball, a check swing, and Tejeda able to hold up. 2 balls and no strikes. And even while playing at a very high level, Talbot returned to his alma mater and was able to do some assistant coaching. Also spent his off seasons working out with the Southern Utah University baseball program. Time called by Tejeda as he steps away. In fact, Canyon View retired Talbot's jersey, number 9, that he wore in high school, and he was the first player to have his jersey retired by the school. 2-0 the count, the pitch to Tejeda outside. So now it's 3-0 to the third place hitting catcher. Tejeda, a strikeout in the first, a single driving in Harris in the second. 1 for 2 with an RBI. See if he has a green light here. 3-0 with 2 down. The pitch on the way, keeps the bat on his shoulder and takes upstairs, ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk from Talbot puts runners at the corners now with 2 away. And that'll bring up Michael Burgess.
Next up on the Revolution, your first baseman, number 21, Michael Burgess.
Burgess walked in the first, came around to score on that error down the left field line off the bat of Verona. Ball that Miller overran and then came back, but then just dropped it. Also a ground out to second base in the second. Talbot from the stretch in the first pitch on the way, is swinging a foul tip off the mask of Rodriguez, 0-1. A little bit of a shift on in the infield. Jane Santee, the second baseman, directly between first and second. Prince a shade towards the second base bag. Oh, and 1 the count to Burgess. Talbot has his sign and comes set. A closed set on the mound and the 0-1 pitch on the way, and it's a grounder just in front of home plate towards the first base line. Talbot off the mound to field and throws to first to retire the side. 1 hit, 2 men left stranded. And through 4 complete, the Revs out in front 4-0 on 1350 WOYK.
Did you know that Shipley Energy can take care of all your energy needs? From heating oil and propane to providing your home with electricity and natural gas. We also provide heating and air conditioning service and installation. All of your energy needs are under one roof at Shipley Energy. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com. Call 855-4SHIPLEY and don't forget to ask about our $100 rebate. Shipley Energy. Energy for life.
Can't get enough of the Birds? WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from BaltimoreBaseball.com. Exclusive in-depth interviews plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball with the Birds, Mondays at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
A first mortgage from First Capital Federal Credit Union is your key to home ownership. Hello, I'm Tara Hauser, Vice President of Marketing. Whether you're buying a new home or looking to refinance your existing mortgage, First Capital should be the first place you call. For information on the various types of mortgage products we offer, please visit us online at firstcapitalfcu.com. Don't delay. Buy a home today. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
There's only one place for local high school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
Nothing Revs on top, headed to the top of the 5th. It'll be the bottom third of the batting order for the Skeeters. Wilfredo Rodriguez, Joe Benson, and Derek Miller facing Jay Goss, who readies by standing on the back of the mound, his jersey in sunlight. Now as he climbs it, he moves into the shadows. It cuts right across the back of the hill as Rodriguez comes to the plate. Last night, Rodriguez was the DH for Gary Gaetti. Tonight, behind the plate. And the first pitch from Goss is a breaking ball over for strike 1. Rodriguez, a strikeout victim in the second, went down looking, but has been red hot this month. The 0-1 pitch on the way, a fastball down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Rodriguez, 28 for his last 78. A .359 average in his last 22 games, and he waves and misses out in front on a changeup there by Goss, who gets ahead 1-2. Goss now at 60 pitches here in the fifth and has been very sharp. 7 strikeouts and 9 straight retired. The 1-2 to Rodriguez. Fastball, he overthrew it, down and away. Count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Goss with Walter State led the Senators in wins and strikeouts in 2013. And the 2-2 pitch on the way, reach for and bounce back under the glove of Goss. Casilla out there at second fields and tosses on to Burgess. 10 in a row now retired by Jay Goss, and 1 away in the fifth. Casilla did go back out to second base following a ground out to first in which he did not run on. I mentioned just coming back the last couple days from that groin tweak and looked to be in a little bit of discomfort, but trying to run in place a little bit at the beginning of the in-between innings back out on the field. First pitch to Benson, he swings away, drives it well, right field. Mitchell back towards the warning track, has the play, and reaches down, belt high to make the catch. A tough play, battling the sun, but there's out number 2. Two down for Derek Miller. Revs in front 4-0 here, top of the fifth. Goss, as I mentioned, with Walter State, led them to the JUCO World Series. Pitch on the way to Miller, called strike outside corner, 93 from Goss, 0-1. And then with Faulkner, led them to the NAIA World Series. 0-1 the count, the pitch from Goss. A change up, and it's a little high. 1 ball and 1 strike. In the opening round of the NAIA World Series in 2014, he pitched a complete game shutout over Point University. A 1-1 pitch on the way, a check swing by Miller. He holds off on a breaking ball down and away. In that game against Point University, he struck out 16 batters, allowed just 1 hit, did not walk any. On 115 pitches, swing and a miss by Miller. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Goss with the changeup at 77. Certainly a big differential from his fastball up to 93. The 2-2 with 2 down. Fastball down and away. Now the count runs full. His senior year at Faulkner, he struck out 83 on the year, walked just 24. And the payoff pitch to Miller, breaking ball, and he fights it foul back to the screen. Opponents hit just 139 against him. But then after being drafted by the Astros in 2014, just did not have the velocity. The payoff pitch again, a swing and a miss, a foul tip, squeezed by Tejeda. Strikeout number 8 for Jay Goss, and he has set down the last 12 Sugarland batters. We're halfway home at Peoples Bank Park. 4-0, the Revs in front on 1350 WOIK.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I'm spending that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32 grand. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6 to $8 grand. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Cooperstown is where you, your family, and your friends can relive baseball's greatest moments and honor the all-time greats of the game. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Welcome back to Peoples Bank Park alongside Darrell Henry. I'm Matt Present. We head to the home half of the fifth. The Revs on top 4-0 over the Skeeters. A defensive change to tell you about for Sugarland. Albert Cordero comes in to catch, relieving Wilfredo Rodriguez, who began the game behind the plate. Grounded out to second base to begin the fifth, and didn't notice anything physically wrong with him, but if it were to have occurred, likely on that play. So Cordero, who did the catching in the opening game of the three-game set, back behind the plate midway through game two. Tyrone Verona, Jared Mitchell, Carlos Trienfeld due up for the Revs. Talbot out there, 72 pitches through his first four. And the first pitch on the way to Verona just missed down and away, ball one. Verona, a swinging bunt single his last time up. 1 for 2 on the day. And the ball one delivery from Talbot, a swing and a miss. Looked like the changeup there, and Verona chased it in the dirt. Count even at a ball and a strike. 1-1 the count. Open stance from the right side. The pitch on the way. It's a breaking ball that stays letter high. 2 balls and a strike. Verona, 5 extra base hits, 10 runs driven in his first 9 games with the team. And the 2-1 pitch on the way. He thought about a swing, but holds back. 85 on the outer black, and the count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Infield back, outfield straight away. And the 2-2 pitch from Talbot. That one's rolled foul. That's towards the facing of the third base side Skeeters dugout, and one of their team members reaches over the railing, picks it up, and tosses it into the stands. Two and two the count. Talbot from the wind. The pitch to Verona, fastball called third strike, outside corner. Verona slumps the shoulders, and he's the 4th strikeout victim for Mitch Talbot. That'll bring up Jared Mitchell. Single and RBI in the first, a sac bunt laid down in the third. So officially 1 for 1, and Kevin Aarons creeping in at third. Off the line, but even with the bag. And the first pitch to Mitchell, fouled straight back to the screen. Mitchell, a tremendous month of June. Batted .333 in the month, hoping to continue that here into July. And the 0-1 pitch on the way, he fights it foul out of play, left side. No balls and 2 strikes. We mentioned Talbot pitched in Korea a couple years, and the guy who's done that at the major league level with a lot of notoriety this season has been Eric Thames. The 0-2 pitch on the way in tight, it nearly got him. Mitchell jumps back and then flips the bat up to himself. 1-2 the count. And I heard a really interesting interview on the radio regarding Thames, and the thought was that he was always a great power hitter coming up, but that he had a propensity to chase balls out of the strike zone, especially breaking stuff. The 1-2 pitch on the way to Mitchell misses low. It's 2-2. And the thought was that in Korea, there's a lot more breaking balls, a lot more pitches out of the strike zone, trying to get hitters to chase as opposed to just attacking them directly, and that really taught him the discipline he needed to come back to the States and be so effective. 2-2 the count, the pitch to Mitchell. He checks his swing on a pitch in the dirt, and he went around, said third base umpire Dave Snyder. Cordero slaps the tag on him. Back-to-back strikeouts here in the fifth, and 2 men down. But to wrap up that thought on Korea, I wonder how a pitcher from the U.S. might change what he does in a league where many more breaking balls are featured, a lot more pitches out of the strike zone. Of course, the hitter has to adjust to the pitching, but I wonder if there was any adjustment for Talbot. Pitched there in 15 and 16, also did a stint with the Lamigo Monkeys of China. Here's Trienfeld. First pitch on the way is a fastball outside. 1-0. Trienfeld 0 for 2, reached on an error in the first, DHing tonight. But he's been red hot. 381 over his last 10 ball games. And the 1-0 pitch, high fly ball, deep left field. Turning and looking is Miller, and that one is gone. 5-0 Revs on the Carlos Trienfeld solo home run. 4th of the year for Trienfeld. And that one coming with 2 outs in the 5th to tack on a run in the middle innings.
Now batting your third baseman, number 14, Chase Simpson.
An absolute no-doubter off the bat of Trienfeld. And here's Chase Simpson. First pitch on the way, breaking ball, he rolls over it down the first base line, just foul. Simpson, a switch hitter. So he bats from the left side here against Talbot. Ground out to second in the first, a strikeout victim in the third. The Revs continue to hit the long ball here at home. 3 last night, 1 tonight. And the 0-1 to Simpson, a swing and a miss. Change up, and he chased it down below the knees. No balls and 2 strikes. 12 home runs in their last homestand. So now 16 in their last 9 here at home. Talbot ahead 0-2, and now will step away. Talbot back on the rubber, he's ready. Into the wind and the 0-2 pitch. Swing a ground ball towards the left side. Cutting in front is the third baseman Aarons, and he guns it across to retire the side. But 1 hit in the inning, and it was a big one. A long ball off the bat of Carlos Trienfeld, extending the lead to 5 on 1350 WOYK.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make 1 call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
The York County History Center is happy to be the York Revolution partner for this weekend's homestand. Stop and see us on the concourse and learn more about our capital campaign. We're placing history at the center with exciting plans for a brand new museum spotlighting York County history. Set to open in downtown York in 2020. Visit our website, yorkhistory.org, to find out how you can get involved. The York County History Center. Your history starts here.
This is the Dan Patrick Show.
I just like to say that y'all rock, man.
I think Under Armour and the Warriors both got good deals with Steph Curry. Do we look at Under Armour as that's the new and Nike feels like the old? Not that Nike is going to go bankrupt or out of business anytime soon. But if you look at what Under Armour has done, they've done pretty well with the under 26 It's pretty incredible.
Dan Patrick.
Mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Top of the sixth, we go at Peoples Bank Park, 5-0. The Revs in front, and Jay Goss back to work. Josh Prince, the first man he'll face, and he delivers a fastball outside. 1-0. Top of the lineup for the Skeeters, Prince, Ahrens, and Jansanti. And the one-ball delivery on the way, a changeup inside. 2-0 the count. Just 3 hits against Jay Goss, all singles. He's retired 12 in a row. And the 2-0 pitch on the way, popped up foul, and that'll get back into the seats behind the Revs' first base side dugout. The Revs with 3 unearned in the first, an earned run in the second, and then an absolute jack of a home run in the bottom of the 5th off the bat of Carlos Trienfeld. 2 balls and a strike, the pitch from Goss in there with a fastball. Bottom of the zone, inside corner. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Goss working quickly, and the pitch on the way. Breaking ball got him looking. Outside corner, strikeout number 9. And 13 in a row set down by the Revs right-hander. One away in the 6th brings up Kevin Ahrens. Ahrens came over early in the season in a trade from Lancaster, and the first pitch on the way. Fastball hit high and deep, but well fouled down the line and left and onto Arch Street. Ahrens riding an 8-game hitting streak. He's 0 for 2 in this one, a ground out and a strikeout. No balls and a strike. The pitch from Goss just missed. Might have been a hair outside. But behind the plate tonight, Bill Reuter has been giving that pitch away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch on the way from Goss, down and away. It's 2-1. Ahrens playing third base in this one, wearing the high striped socks, royal blue. The pitch on the way from Goss, line drive, base hit left field. That breaks a streak of 13 in a row retired. The second highest mark of the year for the Revs. Frank Gailey had 15 in the game in Southern Maryland on April the 27th, his second start of the year, and Goss nearly getting to that mark. He retired 13 following Olivero's single to begin the second up until Ahrens delivers a 1-out base hit here in the 6th.
Now, Logan Williamson had 13 in a row the other night as well. It's been a good week for the starters. It started with Jay on Monday.
So 4 hits, all singles. And a foul ball, strike 1. He gets ahead of Jansanti. Time called, a ball loose on the field, down from the Skeeter left field bullpen. Jansanti has not made it to the major leagues, but he certainly has been around a lot of guys who have. No balls and a strike from Goss, 1 away. And the pitch on the way, grounded sharply, just foul down the third base line. 7 different roommates of Anthony Jansanti have made it to the big leagues. An unbelievable total, and Jansanti publicly bragging that he's a good luck charm. Javi Baez, Eric Jokic, Matt Sekur, Rafael Lopez, Logan Watkins, Mike Olt, and Justin Bohr all roomed with Jansanti before getting the call-up. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch from Goss. Changeup got him swinging out on his front foot. That's strikeout number 10, matching Victor Mateo for a season high. And 2 away here in the 6th.
From our angle here, that changeup was incredible. I mean, the arm speed, the same as his 90-mile-an-hour stuff, and he killed it all the way down to 73 somehow. I mean, Jan Santee was way, way early.
Here's Cole Gillespie, 1 for 2. And the pitch on the way, fastball fouled off to the right and out of play. Michael Click up and throwing for the Revs in their right field bullpen. Goss up to 83 pitches on the night. So not sure how deep they'll let him go. He certainly looks good, but 59 was his season high in his last outing. The 0-1 pitch on the way, a breaking ball bends in beautifully. Strike 2. Bill Reuter looked to ring up Gillespie for a moment, but indeed it's just 0-2. Goss gonna try to come back and get that punch out here. Aaron's on at first, the 0-2 pitch in the dirt with the changeup. 1-2 the count. Four hits in the game, all singles. Jan Santee in the first made it to third base with a steal, and it's as far as anyone's gotten against him. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3. Blew it by him, 92 on the inside corner. 11th strikeout of the night and a season high for the Revs as Goss trots off the mound after a beautiful 6 innings of work. Well, if that is all, what a night for Jay Goss. We'll see if they let him back out there for the 7th. In the meantime, the Revs will come to bat ahead by 5 on 1350 WOYK.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Can't get enough of the Birds? WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from BaltimoreBaseball.com. Exclusive in-depth interviews plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball with the Birds, Mondays at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Enter Rutter's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes today. Look for the entry star, purchase participating products, scan your Rutter's rewards card, or enter VIP information at checkout and automatically be entered to win your choice of a 2017 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport, Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad Cab, or Dodge Challenger RT from Stettler. Drive better, drive Stettler. Free gas for a year and one of thousands of prizes, including Red Bull, Pepsi, and Pennsylvania Lottery scratch-off tickets. Must be a Rutter's VIP to enter. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
On air, online, and on your smartphone. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the 6th we go, and what a job by Jay Goss through his 6 innings of work. 11 strikeouts, just 4 hits against him. And it's a Maple Donuts pitching change here for the Skeeters. Trey Haley comes on. He'll face Ryan Dent, and then the top of the order. Dent now leading off an inning for the 3rd time today. Is 1 for 2. A sharp single just to the left of Prince, the shortstop, his last time up. Hopping over the leather, and the first pitch on the way. That's right down the middle. Strike 1 from Haley. Haley, a righty, 6'4", 215. Oh, 0-1 the count, and the pitch to Dent. Fastball hit foul and out of play, right side. Haley is in his 9th pro season, has made it as high as AAA, most recently with Altoona, which is where Chase Simpson last was. Haley works from the first base side of the rubber ahead of Dent, 0-2. And now comes home with a breaking ball. It's a broken bat. Ground ball to shortstop. Bobbling it is Prince, and Dent will leg it out. Prince on the slowly hit ground ball, moving towards his backhand, and tried to flip it into his bare hand, and was unable to make the transfer. And Dent's aboard with an infield single. So a 2-hit game for Ryan Dent, and that'll turn the lineup over for Alonzo Harris. Harris a double and a run scored in this one, 1 for 3. From the set is Haley, and the pitch on the way. Fastball 95 miles an hour right down the middle, and it's 0-1. Haley last season with the Pittsburgh system in between Altoona and AAA Indianapolis. From the set in the 0-1 pitch, it's up and away with the fastball, this time 94. So Haley certainly a hard thrower. Count 1 ball and 1 strike. Haley drafted by the Indians in the second round of the 2008 draft. 22 wins, 35 losses in his career in the minor leagues. And the 1-1 pitch on the way, Harris steps out, swings and misses. And he's behind in the count, 1-2. Dent a leadoff single, he's on at first. Middle of the infield looks to turn 2. The 1-2 pitch, Dent runs, it's a breaking ball, swung and a miss, throw down, the tag applied, not in time. Dent dives in safely with a stolen base, under the tag of Jansanti, the second baseman. That's the 5th steal of the year for Ryan Dent, who's into scoring position. Harris set down on the strikeout from Haley. So that'll bring up Alexi Casilla. Good to see him still in the game. He looked to be shaken up his last at bat. Walked gingerly towards the dugout. Was trying to stretch out his legs in between innings, but did remain in the game. Hopefully that good feeling is the same good feeling he'll feel in the morning. Dent on at second, and the pitch to Casilla. Ground ball to third. Aaron's up with it. He'll check the runner and throw across for out number 2. Two down, that'll bring up Tejeda. Strikeout in the first, a single and an RBI in the second, and a walk in the fourth. Haley on the year making his 25th appearance for the Skeeters. A 1-0 record, a 2.66 ERA. In 23 2/3 innings, he's allowed 23 hits, 7 runs, all earned. 19 walks and 19 strikeouts. Runner at second, 2 away for Tejeda. And the first pitch on the way, a fastball right over the heart of the plate, strike 1. 95 again from Haley. Haley leans in, bent over at the waist, resting the glove on his front left leg, and now ready to go. The pitch on the way, a cue shot up the first base line, and that'll take a right turn, a foul. Final line on Mitch Talbot. He went 5 innings, gave up 8 hits, 5 runs, just 2 earned. Walked 2 and struck out 5. 3 unearned runs in the first. Gave the Revs the early lead. Now a loose ball in shallow right field, and Jansanti will head over to retrieve it. 5-0, the Revs on top here. Home half of the 6th. Dent at second and the 0-2 pitch. Check swing on a breaking ball down and away. And Tejeda lays off. It's 1-2. Mentioned the 5-0 lead for the Revs, and this year the Skeeters just 4-22 when failing to score 4 more runs. The pitch on the way. Tejeda goes to a knee and chops it down towards third. Picked up just foul by Aarons, who will still give a good jump and a throw across to his buddy Pounds. But Tejeda now will come back to the plate. We mentioned Michael Click had been up and throwing. Now it's Joe Van Meter loosening for the Revs in their right field bullpen. So likely that we've seen the end for Jay Goss. They don't want to push him too far here as he still tries to build back up. Save him for the games that matter in the second half. But he is in line for the victory. It would be his second. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Tejeda. The pitch on the way. Ground ball towards shortstop. Prince charges. He'll throw on the run, and he delivers it on target to Brian Pounds to retire Tejeda and the Revs in the 6th. 1 hit, an infield single by Ryan Dent. He's left stranded. We head to the 7th. Daryl Henry will take you home when we come back. 5-0 Revs on 1350 WOYK.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Golfers, don't miss this year's Brooks Robinson Golf Classic, the York Revolution's annual fundraiser presented by Shipley Energy. The 2017 Classic tees off on Monday, July 24th at Outdoor Country Club and benefits York City Little League and the YMCA of York County's Strong Kids campaign. Join the York Revolution players and coaches on a beautiful course. Sink a hole in one and you could even win a brand new car from Lehman Volvo. The deadline to register is Monday, July 10th. That's the Brooks Robinson Golf Classic, Monday, July 24th. Get details at yorkrevolution.com.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
The York County History Center is happy to be the York Revolution partner for this weekend's homestand. Stop and see us on the concourse and learn more about our capital campaign. We're placing history at the center with exciting plans for a brand new museum spotlighting York County history. Set to open in downtown York in 2020. Visit our website, yorkhistory.org, to find out how you can get involved. The York County History Center. Your history starts here.
The radio home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Head of the 7th, it is Joe Van Meter who's on. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Revs with a 5-0 lead. What an effort by Jay Goss tonight. 6 shutout innings, 4 hits. They were all singles. Only 1 after the second inning. He walked none and struck out 11. Brian Pounds is up first. And Van Meter's first pitch of the night is up and in. The most strikeouts in a game by a Revs starter since last August when Micah Owings struck out 11. In a game at Southern Maryland, Tyrell Harris also had 11 in a game here last year. There's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Fastball on Pounds, who struck out both of his at-bats against Goss.
And Mateo, who had the previous high this year in a game against Southern Maryland on June 8th, went 7 innings, so he got an extra frame, and in that 7th inning, got his last 2 strikeouts.
Van Meter, the 1-1. That's down and in off Tejeda's mid. Sugarland with one of their lefties up, and Brent Marshall is loosening him. When Wilfredo Rodriguez left the game and Albert Cordero went in, their only available position player on the bench came into the game. And Travis Scott just got injured, their third catcher who plays more first base now. 2-1, and a little cue down toward first, and it stays foul just wide of the corner of the bag. Burgess scoops and tosses it into the crowd. For the Revs on our Wellspan Sports Medicine injury report, a clean bill with Mateo getting back last night. Alexi Casilla returning this week, although it doesn't appear to be 100%, but battling through it. Van Meter has his sign. There's the 2-2. Fastball in tight. Revs with a 5-0 lead beginning the 7th. Van Meter 0-1, a .494 ERA, 23 outings. Payoff pitch, and he got him to pop it up. Shallow center field, Dent and Casilla out. It's going to be Harris from center coming in. He snatches it down alongside his left hip as he shows off a bit and waltzed in almost to his second base position, one down. Great start from Jay tonight, Matt, and last night Victor Mateo got the starters off the schneid. It had been a while.
Yeah, he certainly did. The first win last night by a Rev starter since June 9th. That was Curtis Parch against Lancaster.
Here's Hector Oliveira, and a fastball in for a strike.
And we've talked throughout this first half, Darryl, about how it seems like when the hitting's going well, the pitching isn't. And I think one number that really illustrates that is the Revs have had 19 quality starts this year, but are just 10-9 in those 19.
Now the 0-1. And a loop to right center. Harris started back now, speeds in, lays out, it's off his glove, and he'll throw behind Oliveira, who's back on standing at first. He thought it was hit well and took a step back and then realized and tried to dart in. Went into a dive, but unable to make up. So Oliveira on the one-out hit. Only the 5th hit of the night. Take a look at our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard here, Matt.
Yeah, the interesting watch is Southern Maryland and Lancaster. The Blue Crabs up a game, and they're leading Long Island 3-1. The Barnstormers in danger of going 2 back. They're down 5-0 to Somerset.
Oh, here's Albert Cordero, who swings and misses and a first-pitch fastball. Oh, my. Well, tomorrow, through play tomorrow, if they are within 1 game either way, then that tiebreaker will come into play. So we won't know until tomorrow, but pitch is swung on and missed. Fastball away, and Cordero reaching out after it. It's his first at bat of the night. He came in to catch in the 5th when Rodriguez exited. Cordero, who started behind the plate last night, hitting .261, 2 homers, 17 driven in. There's the 0-2, fastball away.
The other game in action right now, the Bluefish leading the Bees 6-3, and Bridgeport currently 2.5 back of Somerset, who again, they're leading the Barnstormers 5-0. I think Somerset actually locked it up officially the other night. I saw some celebration pictures coming across the Twitter feed.
It's a waste of a lot of good cold Pilsner. Well, we would do the same. There's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He blew him away. Strikeout number 12 by Revs pitchers tonight, and Van Meter straight after him with the gas there. That one at 93, and he swung through it. And 2 down here in the top of the 7th. The lefty that's up for Sugarland is Scott Main. Here's Joe Benson, who has struck out and flied out. Van Meter the pitch, breaking ball, missed outside.
So going back to the Freedom Division real quick. The Barnstormers own that tiebreaker, correct?
It will, if they don't yet. So if it's within one game, the tiebreaker, the makeup game would determine who wins the tiebreaker too. Here's a breaking ball for a strike, 1-1. Yeah, somebody right now has a one-game lead, and then if they don't, I don't even remember which team that is in the head-to-head. There's a fastball strike called.
I thought head-to-head it was the Barnstormers up a game.
Yes, that is correct. So if Southern Maryland won that game, then the second tiebreaker, I think they're even. The third one would come in. Here's a fly ball toward the line in right. Mitchell after it toward the corner, and he's got it. And a scoreless top of the seventh for Joe Van Meter on in relief here tonight. No runs, one hit, and one left. Stretch time here at the bank. It's the Revs 5 and the Skeeters nothing.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Dads, spoil your little princess at the York Revolution's Princess Day, Sunday, July 2nd. Treat Her Royal Highness to princess-themed games and activities, a bounce house castle, and even a princess palace in center field, plus her favorite movie and cartoon princesses. Treat yourself too by bidding on a one-of-a-kind, game-worn, all-American team jersey, presented by PSECU to benefit the Children's Miracle Network. It's all happening on Princess Day, Sunday, July 2nd. Get tickets at YorkRevolution.com.
Enter Rutter's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes today. Look for the entry star, purchase participating products, scan your Rutter's rewards card, or enter VIP information at checkout, and automatically be entered to win your choice of a 2017 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport, Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad Cab, or Dodge Challenger RT from Stettler. Drive better, drive Stettler. Free gas for a year and one of thousands of prizes, including Red Bull, Pepsi, and Pennsylvania Lottery scratch-off tickets. Must be a Rutter's VIP to enter. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Revs a 5-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the seventh. Lefty Scott Main is the new pitcher for Sugar Land. Haley went a scoreless sixth. So now Main on. And he's 0-1 in 11 outings, a 3.72 ERA. Former Bridgeport Bluefish and Southern Maryland Blue Crab. And it'll be Michael Burgess to lead things off. A left-on-left matchup to begin the inning. Burgess tonight 0 for 2, but he's got a walk and a run scored. And Main ready, the lefty fires, and a breaking ball had Burgess stepping away, and he thought that might be right at him on the first pitch. It bent back over the plate, but stayed high. 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors for York, no runs, 5 hits, 3 errors for Sugar Land. There's the 1-0. Swing and a miss, fastball there. Some folks fanning themselves in the stands tonight. It's a muggy evening. Getting a little bit darker here toward dusk. Main ready. 1-1 to Burgess. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Trienfeld, who homered in the 5th, made a winner out of Todd Bender on our Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care Home Run Contest. Todd, you can stop by the Apple Chevrolet ticket office at your convenience. Main deals. Breaking ball, bounced foul, first base side. Logan Williamson coaching down there this inning, and Brian Pounds, rather than gently, politely underhanding it to him, took it and spiked it into the ground, made him bend down to pick it up. You want that? Go get it. Main the stretch. And the pitch. Breaking ball pulled on the ground to second, and Burgess slipped. He fell to a knee. Jansanti plenty of time to throw to first, and Burgess limped a little as he got up. One down here in the bottom of the 7th, and hopefully that's nothing that'll smart, if you will. Hopefully he'll shake that off. What are the chances, Matt, that Pounds just wanted to play first base so he wouldn't be next to Polo all night?
Well, he told us on the pregame show, we got a chance to visit with an opponent tonight, but a friend, that he wanted to be at first.
Here's Verona who takes the strike.
Simply to be near the Revs bullpen and dugout.
But could it have been just to get away from his former hitting coach? Here's the 0-1. And that misses down and outside. Polo will go back and forth with you all night. Verbal sparring match if you're playing third, I would imagine. There's the 1-1. Swinging a ground ball to shortstop. Up with it. Prince had it slip, and Verona's going to reach. He had it cleanly, and then as he came up, reaching into the glove, it just completely slipped out of his hand, and the Skeeters with their 4th error of the night. And cue up the gold star on the video board that says, "You tried." Skeeters came in 5th in the league in defense, middle of the pack. They've had some years where they have been just flawless, leading the league, but not this year and certainly not tonight. Here's Jared Mitchell, who's 1 for 2. RBI single and a sac bunt. First offering is down and away. Revs a 5-0 lead, bottom 7. Tonight, trying to win their 4th in a row against Sugar Land, which would be a franchise first. Longest streak, 3 in a row. They've done that for a 4th time. Pitch is a fastball over for a strike. It's the first time they've won 3 in a row against the Skeeters head-to-head since September of 2013. Sugar Land's 2nd year in the league. Revs that year went just 7-13 against them. It was really bad before that 3-game streak. It was a throw to first and Verona back standing. The Revs went 10-10 against Sugar Land their first year, but then 7-13, 7-13, 6-14, 8-12 last year, and obviously the postseason hasn't been kind either. 1-1, breaking ball down and away. Lost in a 5-game series in 2014 to them and swept in 3 heartbreakers last year. Main ready. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball, strike called. And he comes in featuring a lot of hooks from the left-hand side. Skeeters on this road trip beginning a 3-city stop. And they're here to end the first half. And they have Southern Maryland and then Somerset to begin the second half. Pitch, swinging a line shot straight away center. Gillespie backing up and he runs it down. Now Mitchell hit it on the nose to straightaway center, but Gillespie a good break on it and running back deep is there. 2 outs.
Really tough play for Gillespie, right over his head. Well hit, a low line drive, and the other thing that comes into play there is he had to reach back across with his glove, a right-handed thrower, and sometimes On a ball that's low like that, you reach back across, you actually block your own eyesight. But he was able to make a really nice play on, again, a screamer off the bat of Mitchell.
Now 2 down. Here's Trienfeld, who's 1 for 3 tonight. Another blast back in the 5th. First pitch here, he swings and fouls it back over the roof.
Another lost bat here today. I wonder if there's some sweat with the heat that's coming into play, even through the batting gloves. I don't know. Certainly some moisture in the air after all that rain earlier.
Yeah, probably our, well, I don't know. I don't know if it's our muggiest night, but it's up there here so far. Sauna. Here's the stretch, the 0-1. And look out, line shot. It clears the roof down at the end of the skybox level. And it's 0-2. The 4 errors made by Sugarland tonight, that ties the most by Rev's opponent in a game this year. Revs took advantage of 4 errors at Southern Maryland on April 27th, winning 11-2.
I think Patrick Palmero had 3 of them.
I think you're right. There's the stretch, the 0-2. And a swing and a bouncer softly to third. Aarons will charge. He gloves it, and on the run, he snaps it across just in time to get Trienfeld by a lunge at first. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left in the inning. And we go to the 8th tonight. Revs in front, 5-0.
Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment offers quality material handling equipment and services. Along with a full line of Unicarriers and Komatsu forklifts, you'll find Genie aerial lifts, IPC Eagle floor scrubbers, and Penalift loading dock equipment. Mid-Atlantic can provide rentals, pre-owned equipment, service, and replacement parts for most makes. When you need the best for your business, call Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment at 888-383-LIFT. That's 888-383-5438, or online at MidAtlanticIndustrial.com.
Can't get enough of the Birds? WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from BaltimoreBaseball.com. Exclusive in-depth interviews, plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball with the Birds, Mondays at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Golfers, don't miss this year's Brooks Robinson Golf Classic, the York Revolution's annual fundraiser presented by Shipley Energy. The 2017 Classic tees off on Monday, July 24th at Outdoor Country Club and benefits York City Little League and the YMCA of York County Strong Kids campaign. Join the York Revolution players and coaches on a beautiful course. Sink a hole in one and you could even win a brand new car from Lehman Volvo. The deadline to register is Monday, July 10th. That's the Brooks Robinson Golf Classic, Monday, July 24th. Get details at YorkRevolution.com.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Inning brought to you by York Dental Sleep Therapy. The Revs with a 5-0 lead. Waldis Joaquin comes on. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. And Derek Miller will lead it off here in the 8th. First pitch of the inning. Big swing and a miss. Fastball at 95 from the big fella. And Tejeda's throw back to him a little high. Out towards second base. Well, it is Greg Lloyd next door. He's a funny guy. It is a sauna of an evening. The 0-1, and that misses down low. You mentioned the batting gloves, Matt. I wonder if the grip on some of these attempted throws is affected as well. Joaquin the stretch. The 1-1, and that missed low. Van Meter is scoreless inning. Jay Goss dominant tonight. 6 shutout, 4 hits, no walks, 11 Ks. Joaquin with the 2-1. And a bouncer up the middle, and diving, knocked down by Dent, but that's all he's able to do. Tips it over toward Casilla, the second baseman. Impressive range to keep it in the infield, but it was going to be a hit anyway.
And we've often talked about the range of Alonzo Harris in the infield. Ryan Dent doesn't have the same foot speed, but his range is really good as well. Plays the angles really well. Quick on his reads.
He had a steal earlier tonight. I think he's maybe an underrated base stealer. Here's Prince, who fouls the first one. That got a piece of Tejeda's face mask and onto the backstop. Dent, who had his 5th steal earlier tonight. You think about some of the outfielders on the team as the biggest threats there, but he's got that uniform all caked up with dirt tonight. He's been out there playing hard as he always does. Prince 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And the 0-1 fastball, they called strike 2. People were probably wondering what Greg did. So Matt, some of Matt's family is here tonight, and they took a picture of him between innings. So there's Greg on the other side of the glass mimicking this event, and he's got his camera out taking pictures of Matt. Here's a pitch in the dirt. Tejeda blocks it. 1-2. Joaquin was last in on Tuesday night in Bridgeport. That was a rough one for him. He's ready, and the pitch. Swinging a foul back to the netting. He had allowed a couple of singles to start that inning on Tuesday night, and then a line shot that hit him in the side. And it went for an infield hit, and then he walked the next hitter, and Mace thought, that's enough. And he checked out fine, had a bruise. Here's a swing and a fly ball, right center field. Harris on the run, so's Mitchell, and Harris calls and he makes the grab. And Mitchell playfully jumps up and chest bumps the right center field wall since he had to adjust his route and head back toward the fence. They both had to make a beeline toward it, and they communicate. Harris called for it. Mitchell adjusted route, and there's one away.
Well, we just talked about his foot speed in the infield. It certainly translates well to the outfield. Man, that was well into the gap. That was almost straight away right field. Mitchell had a case.
Here's Kevin Aarons, and Joaquin delivers a strike. Yeah, it wasn't just the fact that it was right center. It was deep right center. That's a long way back. Aaron's 1 for 3. 0-1 pitch, and he swings and misses, chasing down near his shoes. And fastball at 95, and Joaquin looking good after that rough outing on Tuesday. Again, the liner that hit him in the side, but it wasn't his ribs. It got more flesh than anything, fortunately. There's the stretch, the 0-2, and it missed away. Overall, this is his 4th appearance with York. 7 days ago, he got a win in relief against Lancaster. He's 1-0. Now ready with it. And the pitch, it's in the dirt, blocked by Tejeda. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Former Rev Julio DePaula up and throwing for the Skeeters.
They have Manny Corpus down there as well, and Michael Nix will start tomorrow, but Guzman inactive, Lamonta inactive, Travis Scott on the DL. There's the 2-2, and a ground ball. It hits the mound. Dent's got it. Flips, and the throw to first got him. Oh, Burgess had it knocked out of his glove. not a double play. It was almost a spectacular turn. Dent flipped to Casilla coming across the bag. And maybe with that groin, he didn't want to hang in there and make the throw. He kept running, but got it on to first on one hop, but Burgess's glove run into by Aarons. And it popped loose. Great effort, though, and Dent with the reach on that shot up the middle. The mound helped it, but still, great extending pick by Ryan Dent. So they get the lead out, 2 away. And here's Jan Santi. He's 1 for 3. First pitch, swing and a foul tip squeezed, a slider. 0-1 the count. Burgess handled that throw on a hop, but couldn't hang on when the runner hit his glove. The 0-1. And a fly ball, center field. It sends Harris back. This one carrying deep, and it short hops the fence. And they will send the runner Aarons around third, and Dent will hang on to it, cutting it off in shallow center. The shutout broken up. It's an RBI double to deep dead center by Anthony Jansanti, and it's a 5-1 game. Here in the top of the 8th, the Skeeters with their first extra base hit of the night.
And that one hit to the deepest part of the ballpark as we get a look on the replay behind us of that previous play. And I think Burgess on the stretch just had the ball go in and out of his glove. I think he would have been off the base regardless. But Harris on that more recent play going straight back all the way to the wall and had to play it on a hop.
Here's Cole Gillespie, who takes a fastball strike. On that last double, our pal Art, who is one of the ushers here and helps us out, is saying that the wind is blowing out. The flag doesn't really look like it, but maybe help that carry. The 0-1, and a foul back off the net, got in on Gillespie's hands. No balls, 2 strikes. A 5-1 lead. Joaquin trying to end the top of the 8th. He's got his sign from Tejeda, the stretch. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He got him at 96, up and away. And Revs pitchers with 13 strikeouts as a team here tonight. The shutout broken up, a run on 2 hits, 1 left, 13 Ks within 1 of matching a season high. Now we go to the bottom of the 8th. Revs on top, 5-1.
This is Dustin Hawkinsmith with the Keystone Sports Network. For the best Penn State football analysis and commentary, listen to Sports Radio 1350 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. and after Revs games for the Keystone Kickoff Show. We'll bring you game reviews, player evaluations, and recruiting news. So for the best in Penn State talk, tune to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK for the Keystone Kickoff Show. Brought to you locally by your neighborhood SureSave Markets.
This is the Dan Patrick Show.
I just like to say that y'all rock, man.
It's how great you are and then you don't win. I mean, Seattle won 116 games, but they're remembered for winning 116 and not getting to the World Series. New England, 18-0, and then they lost to the Giants. Golden State with 73 wins. If you don't win the championship, we're going to look back on this season and say, that was great.
Dan Patrick.
Mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
The York County History Center is happy to be the York Revolution partner for this weekend's homestand. Stop and see us on the concourse and learn more about our capital campaign. We're placing history at the center with exciting plans for a brand new museum spotlighting York County history, set to open in downtown York in 2020. Visit our website, yorkhistory.org, to find out how you can get involved. The York County History Center. Your history starts here.
The Revolution plays here. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom bottom of the 8th, Revs with a 5-1 lead. Former teammate Julio DePaula is on for Sugar Land. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. He faced them once late not even last month anymore. This is July 1st, late May, when he had been traded over and had a 1-2-3 inning. Chase Simpson leads off, and the first one's down and away. DePaula overall 0-1 with an ERA of 6, with Sugar Land 0-1 with an ERA of 5.40. His biggest struggles seem to come here at home. 1-0, and a foul tip ricocheted off Cordero's mitt and back into the netting. With York, he pitched well on the road, but struggled here in hitter-friendly Peoples Bank Park, which in the last month has become really hitter-friendly when it's gotten warmer. Now ready, and the 1-1. That missed down and in. Simpson 0 for 3 here tonight. A couple of ground outs. In search of his first Revs hit. 2-1, and a backdoor breaking ball. It's a called strike to even things up. Simpson last played for Altoona June 18th, so it's been a couple of weeks. 2-2, and a slider down in the dirt. And he'll probably need a couple of games of live pitching to get back in the swing of things. And only had cage work here his first 2 days here, and tomorrow is Sunday, same. Pitch is high and away, and he's on base for the first time. He works out a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the 8th. Revs will have post-game fireworks here tonight. A 5-1 lead. I would assume it's Brad Allen getting ready, even though it's a non-save situation. Here's Ryan Dent. He's 2 for 3 on the night. Also has a stolen base. And DePaulo, the pitch, and a ground ball to third, right at Aarons. He'll throw to second, and the turn from Jan Santee guns it to first. 5-4-3 double play. And once again, our 8th inning brought to you by York Dental Sleep Therapy. Are you tired of feeling the effects of sleep apnea or sleepless nights due to your CPAP? Dr. Bell may have an option to help you. Make your appointment today and let Dr. Bell help determine which treatment is best for your needs. Exceptional care is just a phone call away. Call 316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com. There's Alonzo Harris. First pitch, he swings and misses, going for the arch nemesis on that big first hack. He's 1 for 4 with a double and a run tonight. It is Brad Allen who's up. The 0-1, and that missed high. Harris with his double, his 13th extra base hit his last 12 games. And he swings and misses here, a slider up. A ball and 2 strikes. As he has gotten locked in at the plate, he's gotten even more aggressive. A 1-2, and a breaking ball missed away, at least early in counts. He'll give himself a strike or two to really, really turn it loose. And DePaula with the 2-2, and a slider breaks wide. Julio will go to the rosin bag just about nighttime here. And he's ready, the 3-2, and a swing and a pop-up foul over the roof.
And while that approach you mentioned might sound a little over-aggressive, he is a good 2-strike hitter and a very disciplined hitter, only a handful more strikeouts than walks on the year.
Trying to battle here, another 3-2, and it missed down low, and he does battle his way on. 2 walks in the inning, Chase Simpson led off, then the double play, but now Alonzo Harris keeps the inning going. And a 2-out base runner, Alexi Casilla, will get another at-bat tonight. Our attendance tonight, 3,729. I'm sure the storm this afternoon kept some away, so our streak of 4 straight 5,000 or more will end. Pitch to Casilla is down and in, but certainly a thank you to Revs fans who have set a franchise record, first time ever, 4 in a row, 5,000 or more. Pitch is on the outer half, and a called strike, 1-1. Casilla 1 for 4 tonight, singled and scored in the first. 3 ground outs since. Last one from DePaula, touched 91. He deals, Harris runs, pitches, swung on and belted. Straight away center, and it's over the head of Gillespie. Back onto the warning track, Harris around to score, and Casilla will waltz into second with an RBI double. He might be banged up, but he can still swing it. And he slammed that ball over Gillespie in center. The Revs add a run and lead it 6-1.
Well, like you said, Casilla absolutely crushed that ball, so I'm not sure it would have made a difference, but it looked like on the attempted steal, Gillespie, the center fielder, started to cheat towards second before the ball was hit. Actually coming in a couple steps, and with the ball over his head, no chance to get to it as it landed just shy of the warning track.
So Alonzo battled to keep the inning alive, and then running on that pitch, he scores. And the Revs add a run. Here's Tejeda. First offering. Swing and a line drive. That's a gapper. Left center field, and it'll one-hop the wall. Casilla around third to score, and Isaias is in with a stand-up double. His second hit, second RBI of the night. And the Revs now lead it 7-1 here in the bottom of the 8th.
Next up, for your York Revolution, your first baseman, number 21, Michael.
Well, last night when he and Harris went back-to-back, it was his first pitch. Tonight on the back-to-back doubles, Tejeda swinging at the first pitch, and I like that approach. Oftentimes a pitcher just wants to get one over after a big hit, and back-to-back nights, Tejeda takes advantage.
Now here's Burgess, who takes a little bit low. Now Tejeda now 11 extra base hits in 12 games. Here's the stretch, the 1-0, fastball in tight. Burgess 0 for 3, but walked and scored back in the first inning. The Revs, who have really succeeded offensively late in games here recently, the 2-0, and a breaking ball called strike away on Burgess, 2-1. And only one walk-off win, but a lot of times putting games away like they did last night. Two here in the 8th tonight. DePaula the pitch, and a swing and a foul back upstairs. That bounces down into the seats in front. 2-2 on Burgess. Allen ready. He's been ready for a while. Jay Karp standing at home plate in the Revs bullpen watching. Allen back in the mound area watching. 2-2. And it misses down and away. By the way, tomorrow, Frank Gailey against Michael Nix at 1 o'clock. And the Revs will not be home again for almost 2 weeks. Here's the stretch. A look back at second, 3-2. And it misses in the dirt, backhanded by Cordero, who keeps it close. But the third walk of the inning. And that's going to get Dyrone Verona to the plate. One thing that the Revs on this recent offensive surge have done is They have not given in, and they have not succumbed to nearly as many quick innings, whether it's 1, 2, 3 or quick outs. They have made pitchers work and sweat, and DePaula's at 24 pitches here this inning. 3 walks, supporting the 2 doubles. Verona tonight, 1 for 4. He's reached on 2 errors. Has a run scored as well. Revs Baseball brought to you by Image 360, Yingling's Ice Cream, Highmark, Isaacs, Sheets, Ace Distributing, and Stanball Plumbing and Heating. After a brief mound visit from the catcher, DePaula the pitch, and it's boxed by the catcher, ricochets to the backstop, and both runners move up. I think they're going wild pitch, but I don't think that was in the dirt. I think that crossed him up and hit him in the heel of the glove.
I do too, and not too often you see a cross-up just following a mound visit.
Yeah. A 1-0 on Verona. And a chance to drive in 2 more with a base hit. The 1-0. And a breaking ball floated across for a strike. Revs with 7 runs on 10 hits tonight now. DePaula deals. Fastball and a strike called down and away. 1-2. Verona, one of his at-bats tonight, really didn't like one that was away on him. On the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him away on a fastball. Cordero dropped it and then ran into Verona trying to recover it and put on a tag. Tyrone didn't know what was going on. He didn't realize it had been dropped. But the Revs scored 2 in the inning on 2 hits, 2 left. And they pad the lead as we go to the 9th. It's York 7, Sugarland 1.
Kids today, with Facebook, texting, TV, and video games, seems like fresh air and sunshine are things of the past. Remember playing catch, climbing trees, wholesome backyard fun? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care remembers, give them lush grass, healthy trees, the good old outdoors. American is baseball and apple pie. Kids have every reason to stay inside. Don't let your lawn be one of them. Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, world-class care right in your backyard. 717-292-9994.
Having the gang over to watch the game? Keep them happy with great BestJet products from your neighborhood SureSave markets. Football fans, hockey fans, basketball fans, everyone's a fan of game day party planners with $18.93 deli items. BestJet hot dogs go great with BestJet kettle cooked chips. Or serve up a couple BestJet Rising Crust pizzas with 12 packs of BestJet soda. Throw the best game day party ever with BestJet products. Shop Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford and East York, Wetzel's in Glenrock, and Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your home for Revolution Baseball. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Head of the 9th, and it's going to be Jose Arredondo. They save Brad Allen in case they need him tomorrow once the Revs padded the lead a little bit further. 7-1, and Brian Pounds is who Arredondo will face first. 7 runs, 10 hits, no errors for York, 1, 7, and 4 for Sugarland. First pitch from Arredondo. It's right over for a strike. This will be his 3rd appearance, 1 2/3 innings, 1 run. Pounds, Oliveira, and Cordero. Now he's ready, the 0-1, and it's just inside. That was close. That was the splitter, It was right near the inside corner. It might be a tough pitch for the umpire to pick up, too, the first time he sees it. 1-1. And back with a fastball. Looked like that was right over, but didn't get it. 2-1. Pounds held hitless in this game tonight. 2-1 pitch, and he swings and trickles a foul off to the right of home plate. Now it's 2-2. Tomorrow, Princess Day here at the stadium. Also, dollar hot dogs, courtesy of Hatfield Quality Meats. We'll have pregame autographs, catch in the field, kids run the bases, Revs wearing the patriotic-themed jerseys tomorrow. 2-2. And a splitter strike 3 call. This one up in the zone, but it dipped in. And Arredondo freezes Pounds. A strikeout looking, the 14th of the night for Revs pitchers, tying a season high. Third time they've gotten Pounds in this game. Tomorrow's jerseys, by the way, presented by PSECU. The auction benefits Children's Miracle Network. And they look sharp. First pitch to Hector Oliveira is outside. Oliveira 2 for 3. 2 singles. The 1-0. And he swings, fouls it back, and out of play. Oliveira, who, like Verona and others that have played in York, played in the Cuban National Series. He was there from 2003 through 14. That is their top circuit. 1-1. Swing and a high pop-up foul. Burgess a look from first, approaching the stands, but that's back into the crowd about halfway up. He played for Santiago de Cuba. He hit .323 in his career in his home country. Played in the 09 WBC for Team Cuba. There's the 1-2. And in the dirt, blocked by Tejeda. Several other international competitions that he's taken part of for the national team as well. He made it to the majors with Atlanta. And there are so many who risk defecting for the big league dream. So many don't make it all the way up. Oliveira did get big league time with the Braves. Arredondo ready. The 2-2. And a swing and a pop-up straight back toward the netting. Tejeda a look, but that'll get back about 5 rows in, down to our left. Getting ready for the post-game fireworks here. Oliveira with the Braves the last 2 years. Another 2-2. And a drive to deep left field. Verona back looking, and it's high off the wall, stays in play. He'll glove it, guns it, second base, tag, and Casillas slid into, tumbles over, safe as the call as Oliveira went in hard. And Casillas stuck his nose in there, trying to get the tag on for the out. A great throw from Verona, a great play, high off the wall. Casillas stood in there, paid the price, but all for naught.
Well, he's played that so well from day one. Tough to tell on the replay. It's a bang-bang play at second. But Verona, he played a similar wall down in Durham. Just don't quite have the angle to see for sure on the replay. But coming here to the arch nemesis, he plays the carom perfectly every single time. And what an arm out there and left.
Did all he could. Is hit right above the WellSpan Health sign. And here's Cordero. He swings, loops one to center. This will sail right out to Harris. He's got it, playing him shallow. And that's out number 2, so Arredondo gets the next man on one pitch. And the Revs an out away from back-to-back wins. And in fact, 4 out of the last 5 at home. Here's Joe Benson, who's 0 for 3 tonight. They kept Oliveira in the park, and Arredondo trying to put up a 0 here to finish it off. And has his sign from Tejeda, first pitch. He swings and misses on the split. No balls, 1 strike. Revs also trying to win 5 of the last 7 at home. Pitch is swung on and miss. Went away and ahead now, 0-2. Revs fans beginning to come to their feet. 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the top of the 9th, Arredondo stares in. And he's got the one he wants. The stretch, the 0-2. And he missed upstairs. Revs will be in position to go for a sweep tomorrow. They have 1 this year. Arredondo ready. The 1-2 and a swing and a drive, left center field and deep. Harris chasing and out of room, a 2-run homer. Joe Benson with the Revs a strike away from ending it. And he makes it a 7-3 game, a 2-run homer off the netting in front of the playground equipment in left center. His 2nd of the year. And the Skeeters here in Arredondo's 3rd appearance get to him for a couple of runs. Yeah, he'll go after Derek Miller trying to end it.
And you mentioned that lone sweep. It was the home opening series against Somerset, so it's been a long time coming.
First pitch here is popped up. And Burgess coming down the line from first. He's got it in foul territory. Ball game over. And the Revs have won 4 of their last 5 at home, 5 of the last 7. And they knock off the Skeeters in the first 2 this weekend. A 7-3 final here tonight. Jay Goss dominant in 6 innings. He picks up his 2nd win and his 1st as a starter. What a marvelous home starting debut. And he is your Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group player of the game tonight. 6 scoreless, struck out 11 and walked none. And the offense, another productive night. 7 runs on 10 hits. Took advantage of some mistakes early. And that was really all that Goss needed as he mowed them down inning after inning. And the Revs pad the lead late. And a little hiccup in the 9th. Never in doubt, though, as the Revs roll to a 7-3 win tonight. They'll go for the sweep tomorrow. And again, have won 4 of the last 5 and 5 of the last 7 here at home at Peoples Bank Park. They've started to get it going, heading toward the second half, which begins Monday. That's been the goal. And tomorrow